What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a 2017 EP by DaniLeigh. Based this particular project is called Summer with Friends, and it came out in the late summer of 2017. So within Fair's about here, as far as this pitch I have within the phrase amongst the DaniLeigh, particularly I covered a recent type product by DaniLeigh, pitches like that, the plan from 2018 as far as these first I wanted to re-up with this Starlet as far as these pitches I haven't hit type phrase amongst it within the aspects. Is some of the initial type fare within the products are like DaniLeigh kind of with her breakout kind of IG type aspects and pitches of some of these hit type phrases have definitely becoming like a social media and kind of contemporary kind of household name pitch like that. Now within these aspects upon this particular fare, now the pitch I like this album type fair, DaniLeigh was more sparky and sprightly as far as these pitch album within the aspects as far as like the rollout for this particular fair. Now so within the pitch as far as saying some good type products as far as paying attention like the fair is differential from like the fairs of what particularly kind of happened among some of these just the initial kind of conducts. This is part of the rollout when IG and Instagram type fairs started to be within the product every day within pitch like that. Now you had folks like Future doing this like a more main spread type altitude with Dirty Sprite 2 in the Future and Hendrix Sounds pitches like that. Drake with like More Life and like the particular conduct of like Lil Baby and some of pitches as they were starting to predominate with that. But in terms of like the actual everyday within pitches, there's the same sort of play within aspects like that as far as paying attention like the phrase as far as getting towards within like the conduct as far as saying the aspect of the 2018 album My Turn within the 2018 album, the plan within those pitches was kind of fleshed out type areas of like the tone of like Target type living within like the pitch like a trap type format. So it's kind of like the pitch, the variety kind of amongst that. There weren't actually a terrible assortment of folks kind of doing what DaniLeigh was getting towards within some of the pitches amongst the album type fray amongst this. It's kind of fray as far as saying some of those type ones had a lot of gulag typeness in the pitch, is something to listen to. Fucking with trap music and the Instagram kind of everyday pitch like that within the varieties as far as just like some fairs for like the conduct as far as paying attention to trap that you would listen to if you did just get off from work at like Payless or some of these type places, Domino's, some of these type places like that within the hit type pitch, like the next type modes to kind of listen to within the pitch and not having to listen to just contemporary. Now, it's not to say in terms of like the foulness factor, but just if you are familiar with routine kind of Dat Piff mixtapes and pitch like that, if you know about folks like Waka Flocka Flame and particular aspects of like you know about particular aspects of folks like Tay Dawn and Just Rich Gates and so folks that are way deep in the trenches pitch like this. Hit that phrase for us saying Frenchie and particular aspects of like Woo the Kid, some of these type folks within aspects. The pitch for us saying paying attention like the phrase for us, the aspects kind of having plenty of these type folks, Doe Hicks and some folks like that, but the pitch as far as saying paying attention towards to here, the aspect kind of amongst these contexts as far as just being able to say the aspect kind of amongst like hit type phrase. This particular album is kind of the aspect of fleshing out some of that within these phrases as well, but it's kind of pitched as far as just having like a good sparky type aspect within the tone. Just being able to say some of these type conducts, within the phrase of this album being called Summer with Friends as far as these pitch kind of happen. Within the tone amongst this album being called Summer with Friends as far as these pitch games within the aspects as far as saying with the product amongst some of these type fairs is kind of the collective like the day type product within some of the pitch. Now it's not this particular one compared to the plan within these aspects is not as much full blown within the everyday type aspect, but it does have some of these type ones like particular songs like On. And like I would also say like kind of Lurkin is kind of like that in a more Friday night type sense pitches like that. Some of these type ones, some of these I'd say plays probably like that. Question, well actually it is within the phrase. It's kind of the conduct as far as just like the there's a good aspect. It's kind of particular diva miss on this particular album stews within these pitches. So it's kind of products for us saying no, it's not within the aspect in terms of like being foul, kind of IDGF full blown within pitch like that. But it's kind of some stewy. Kind of just fuss lips and pout lips out within some of the pitches kind of products for us saying just kind of probably say particular Chica has like the aspect of like a real nice kind of grumpy face as far as this first kind, but within the pitch as far as paying attention towards it. Here's the aspect of some of these type fairs within the pitch as far as paying attention towards it. You have to say within these aspects, and a particular fair amongst this kind of it kind of sifts through like the hours within the pitch as far as talking about between like now within the pitch in the summertime it'd probably be more of like 7:30 forward pitch like that, but the phrase some of this kind of more dust shift type mist in the product, just like the after product. Now it doesn't really have as much full bunk under the lunch rush of mist like the bite of like the day when it's more mist like the actual fray amongst it. But some of these type ones within pitch of disc, like the collectors, things start to rope within some of the products. I mean, this is initial within these products, because when I think of it, moreover, there weren't a ton of folks that were kind of getting towards the product to like the Instagram kind of era pitch like that was more within a newness type fashion pitch like that. So it's a phrase as far as staying paying attention towards some of these type ones here. It's kind of bitch. There were only like I'd probably projectedly say that Instagram in terms of like being like a kind of subgenre within the pitch like the everyday that was starting to flesh out. It didn't feel like it was as much like that in like late 2013, early 2014, but probably by at least mid 2014 forward, some of those type pitches. It probably would have been on like its third or fourth year of some of these type pitches within like the IG type fairs, kind of being like within the Comstead kind of everyday. So it's the pitch first and some of those type products, despite Instagram being around further back than that, it's the pitch as far as saying some of these type products. But just the aspect of some of these type ones, just the conduct like that movement kind of being fleshed out with some of these type pitches as far as paying attention, music to kind of listen to. One of your folks is indoors paying for a pizza, something like that. If folks going into Little Caesars is going to take like now with Little Caesars probably a little bit quicker, but the pitch as far as just getting a pizza ready, some of the pitches like that, some of the aspects are just you're with your pals, and particularly folk wants to go buy like a shirt or something, and you're trying to text some folks or something like that, or just the pitch, and you just have like have proactive thoughts on your mind, pitch like that. You just want to sip a beer in the car, something like that within the park, that there not being an open bottle, all sorts of pitch. But just the aspects of those type phrase kind of amongst this kind of very much conduit type fairs and pitch like that. Also within the product, like romantic kind of trapped in there as well within pitch like that. So it's a phrase as far as saying paying attention towards some of these type conduits, just the pitch as far as getting towards it. But I look after here, good nice conduits. A 10 out of 10 EP within pitches like that. The single off this product was All I Know. It's a good nice pitch here. It's like a good DJ drama kind of trap serenade to get towards here. Just cooling. This is a cooling type tune, very hot cooling type tune within pitch like that. I know that seems like an oxymoron, but the pitch is just like a good, nice, spicy type flavor of like some cooling type with mist, good pitch like that. Make like some garlic bread sense type pitches, just good delectables. Country Time as far as this pitch can happen. If you don't know what Country Time is, Lemonade Company pitch like that. Those ones are kind of in like those vat type tubs within pitch like that. Hit that phrase, definitely pick one of those out, get some of that type product going. Just some sweet treats for standard mist pitch like that is good to unvent. So it's that fair, kind of the pitch of this particular product of this feels like something Aaliyah would have done had she made it to way out in like the particular Instagram type era pitch like that. Is some of that particular some of that particular swash type schmooze within pitch like that. As far as this phrase can have, but just hit type pitches amongst that. Definitely hitting type trap, but just putting it in a more kind of just like Tinashe and like Drake type format pitch like this. So within those hit type aspects, now you did have folks. Tinashe was kind of doing some of this type here with like Aquarius and projects like that within these pitches, but this kind of has more. Tinashe kind of had more night shift type ones that were more 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning pitch like that. This particular fair has more within a lounge type sense of probably where the sun might possibly, just kind of more dusky, romantic kind of sunset type fair pitch like that. It's kind of the aspect, just some pink skies pitch like that. Good, nice phrase. Questions is hitting off here is like a rattled and bogus kind of spell wild as far as these pitch can have them. Just ma kind of particularly in fuss type mode. So this pitch like I was talking about, pitch like that. It's kind of catching like the brunt of it, pitch like that. Just fuss about like the wrong donuts and fairs like that, since the pitch is just the aspect of particular. Why does this particular burger have like pickles or one of those type phrases? Now within the aspect, probably wouldn't be as full. You would think within the product whether or not if you picked up like a particular like Big Mac or something like that, and you know you'd say within those pitches with paying attention like the products first saying if particular mist said no ketchup or one of those type phrases and it has ketchup and it's kind of the fray or be kind of the pitch, it'd be more McDonald's or whichever's fault for like the pitch of them having McDonald's or whichever's fault for having ketchup, but it'd be a phrase be more McDonald's or whatever's fault for them having ketchup pitch like that, but you'd probably catch like the flag some of those stuff pitch. But just the aspect fairs like that, it's more like the actual fair among the song is just more the pitch of this actual questions like why why are you being promiscuous and fairs like that. But the hit type pitch, just other type products, just within the aspect, just on top of that, and you probably say with standard miss, what does this problem need as far as these first having now within the pitch? I feel like a more hot ticket kind of diva like DaniLeigh would probably be within pitch as far as when you say that particular pitch, what does this problem need? You should probably say, how do you not know, or something like that. Be pitch as far as some of those type of products is. Sometimes when you ask questions, you get a question yourself. Then those pitches like that. Then those type pitches like that. You mean you don't know what this problem needs? Some of the pitches where it's kind of revert, but the pitch, the product kind of amongst it, just kind of having the aspect, just the pitch as far as just straight type fair, just pitch like that. But the aspect as far as just like get like an apple pie made or something as the pitch, just aspect of this. Let's see what's up with like Survivor, one of these type pitches. It's not as full bound as that. I mean, Survivor's kind of an older head type show, but some of those type pitches, some primetime type set within pitch like that, kind of say within those pitches kind of amongst it. The Bachelor or something like that, one of those reality type of things, pitch like that amongst those friends. But just the aspect. Good pitches. All day is a hitting type one, good pitch like that. No. Something like the Oxygen Channel pitch like that. But the hit type phrase for saying all days hitting type ones like a bleary kind of vacay and pink sky kind of remedy to get towards here pitch like that. Just cooked tea for standard miss and some sunroom kind of moments pitch like that. It's kind of the aspect with standard mob pitches. Just are your new hobbies kind of killing you pitch like that. Sentence type phrase amongst that. It's not just to say new hobbies, but just our hobbies killing you. Sentence to pitch kind of the aspects as far as just some of those particular type areas. Just questioning like the fray of like what particularly preoccupies the sentence that products are. Do you know how to putt in golf? Sentence to pitch like that. Can you play Jenga without falling all over the pieces when you get mad at them or pitch like that? Can you make more than 10 within sentence to pitch amongst the aspect for us? But just the pitch as far as some of those type products. It's kind of the pitch amongst it. Kind of pitch, but the aspect just within the hit type phrase is kind of the aspect of it's definitely a good set aside pitch like that. Is Sunday type music, Tuesday type music pitch like that sounds to phrase, but definitely cooked tea for miss sounds to pitch amongst just kind of take the edge off type fair in a more pleasant type sense. So this does continue to be like sunny delight type music within pitch like that as well. And so I'd say within that full blown type problem, and this product did come out before the plan in 2018, but it's just the pitch. When I said in the 2018 review pitch like that, that's kind of some sunny delight type music within pitch, and just more candid kind of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, more pleasant kind of like more pleasant kind of homestead type trap and pitches. The discs kind of just stay within the conduct of like Welshes and kind of like Welshes and peanut butter and jelly and sunny delight type music within a trap type area. It's not to say like DaniLeigh being a particular aspect of like softcore or limp or something like that, but just the pitch as far as this mild sauce pitch like that, but this kind of has aspects to have like the product of like healthier type trap within pitch like that. But hit type phrase amongst the good nice fares on as a hitting type one's a good vintage kind of 2010s trap makeshift to get towards here, just a mellow kind of break free and collect as far as these folks can have. Just KFC to kind of have car sit type fair pitch like that. Just some tap in definitely with standard miss. Just some LMAOs pitch like that, laughing my ass off pitch like that. Some of these type phrase. So probably getting some of these type products to kind of get towards the crunk typeness. Definitely some conduit type every day within pitch like that as far as like the 3 o'clock, 4:15 pitch like that. Some of this type phrase to just like kind of meander type music within pitch like that. Some of this type phrase the element. Then we probably the hit type tap in pitch like that with. Then with the product like some hit type tap in with LMAOs pitch like that as far as saying just the product kind of you would think that they could make like tougher tacos with some of those type pitches. It just feels like somehow within those pitches you basically have to eat tacos upside down within pitch like that because they're always limp at the bottom and the meat always falls through the bottom of the taco pitch like that. And it's just some of those type phrases just talking about now within those pitches kind of more bitching at the wall more so than bitching at the window. But it's the pitch for us and just the products, some of those type pitches just paying attention like the phrase, just products like that LMAOs pitch like this, some of those type ones. But just the aspect. Why the hell couldn't Chris Tucker have been in more movies pitch like that? Sounds surprising. Now that's an obvious type one within pitch like that, but some of those type products amongst the good pitches. But X is a hitting type one off here. It's like a nice pink ooze and trap fog to get towards here. This long day kind of came through with like candles and Tropicana type fares like that. It's good, nice treats and aspects for like standard miss pitch like that. How you coping? Supposed to be have with particular product of diva cakes pitches like that. It's kind of a hot type tune within pitch like this. So some of these type fares just to collect it, just rolled through pitch like that. It's kind of a visit. The what up type fair with miss as far as these pitches kind of just kind of the product you look in a way kind of healthier type mode within these sorts of pitches as far as these sprays gonna have them. I think this is the product as far as saying something must have not went wrong for like the past good while, something like that. I look within the pitch as far as saying you possibly not have to use like 5 or 10 napkins to blow your nose or something like that, since the pitches are just kind of clean up messes in the kitchen. So it's a price kind of pitch for saying do you actually have napkins in your home, something like that. So it's a pitch for the hit type fairs for saying just good good nice pitches. How you coping? Definitely pitches like that. So it's a price, but just the aspect definitely a good delectable kind of Tropicana pitch like that. So it's a price amongst it. That's good scented kind of candle. Some of those stuff pitches kind of probably just good lounge effect, just like Tinashe with thin sense to hit. Just like Tinashe with some of these hit type pitches, but just kind of the aspect of just kind of the tone of like prime time type aspects of the pitch like this. So definitely good 445, 515 typeness pitch like that. But within the aspect of some of that lounge typeness is Spotify type. This is kind of a Spotify type gem. The pitch as like that started to flesh out as well. Prime time back in those particular type fits. Play is hitting off here is like a galleon, some bloodlet type shit. Pitch like that. Hit type phrase is peeved and fussed out within pitch like that. Definitely Mcdonald's sucks. I agree. Some of those type fairs, and I actually say McDonald's is actually the shit, but it's the fair for that particular tone of like been having some mishaps pitch like that. McDonald's sucks. Same thing with Kohl's, since a pitch like that, fuck them, fuck their 2 for $3 and they don't give you the 15 or 35% off pitch like that. Since the price, the aspect kind of it is definitely a standard miss. Have some vodka, that would tear you up instantly within pitch like that. And I realized in the hit that phrase, particularly DaniLeigh does not full bound as much strike me within the full bound does, since a lot of these particular on here, like within the fray, if within the you haven't noticed within the type context, haven't talked as much to full bound like about haven't talked too much full bound about like the conduct of Terra pitch like that. It's not like it's not full bound type on here, but kind of the preoccupied standard miss in mind within pitch like that amongst some of these type moments with just like the conduct of just mishaps. They're kind of keeping galleys, ducks in a row within pitch like that. It's kind of afraid that it just has more preoccupied within pitch like consistent kind of full bound type Terra pitch like that. But the aspect definitely some of these type phrase kind of get to some vodka in probably miss system, but I would feel like strikes me more within the context as far as kind of saying within sensitive tones. It probably wouldn't be like maybe more than 3 or 4 days out of a 31-day month or something like that. It's not as if it doesn't have that context, but just to pitch some of those type ones. Definitely get towards miss. Seagrams is the shit. Trust me, I can assure you, it definitely is with some of these type products. For these pitch game, get towards the product, but yeah, definitely some of these type phrase. Muzak's a pain. Fuck the makeshift today as far as these pitch game. Not a full bound say just being in like not being in full bound kind of doomsday miss. Not being in full bound kind of doomsday fuck everything pitch like that, but just hit that phrase kind of echoing and assisting miss. Good pitch like that as far as these hit type phrase kind of have been lurking. It's a hitting type one as well. It's like a quality sparky kind of IG trap kind of turn up to get towards here. This Friday material definitely I'd say some dust kind of break free as far as these pitch kind of have. Definitely get some Taco Bell and Focus system, Fam system, Diva system pitch like that. Just go out. Go out for a spell at club and pitch like that. Definitely get to some clubs as far as this pitch can have. So within the hit type phrase as far as saying then the hit type fray amongst it, this is a pretty trendy sparky type one within pitch like that. Just talking about the fray, just like standard miss and paying attention to other type Instagram type divas pitch like that. It's kind of collected like the goings on within the aspect more social media type fair. Just kind of more on like your moniker type fair as far as paying attention towards some of those type products. Just everyday kind of with the melodrama like caught up within the social media typeness. A good nice dual bounce some of that typeness. But the pitch as far as saying this definite Friday material pitch like that. Just go out for some rollout diva kind of feeling like the mind trying. Diva kind of feeling like the mind trying to get to some crunk type Niska. Diva definitely feeling with like the mind to get to some crunk type Niska pitch like that. Definitely the probably Taco Bell's a good start pitch like that. Then get to the club later for these aspects kind of. So just to hit that pitch, but paying attention like the fair, keeping like the health bound typeness with it along. The makeshift type fair on top of that, not getting out of alignment with like the ropings and like the standard day fair and tasks within those type pitch. But it's probably like a good collective kind of healthy kind of break free with pitch like that as far as like the price can have. So good niceness. Good niceness amongst it within the hit type juggling pitch like that, but just some good fairs, just Seen a particular hit star like DaniLeigh on like some kind of future type shit and pitches like other type folks like Lil Baby and Dub Baby pitch like that's a hit type phrase amongst the good. Hit products like that as far as this pitch can happen to Amigos. But hit that phrase as far as these pitches can happen. So yeah, 10 out of 10 EP. Social score will get a 10 as well. Now within these pitches compared to like the aspect, within the aspect as far as saying it has like some good tones within these products, but it's kind of the tone as far as saying that the turn up type factor within the pitch, like some of these tear up type moments, the aspect like I was saying within the tone as far as like the full bound typeness of getting towards like some crunk typeness, keeping the preoccupied with diva in mind within the pitch is kind of the aspect. It is trap on here within these products, so it is rhythmic within these pitches, but this has it more aspects this than the standard kind of this polish off a bottle, a tall bottle of vodka and Bacardi pitch like that. So it has other type moments for just the paying attention like the fair, some this simp type products, some lmaos with diva pitch like that, some kind of coping good unvent and sunroom type moments pitch like that. Just kind of the product of like hearing the fuss and pitch like that. Sometimes the fair is just kind of echoing mist pitches like that. Sinister Fair is just some good collect with like some Spotify type lounge pitch like that. Definitely cooling with Sinister pitches while also paying attention like S and W's and pitch like that with the hint of first just like the day fair. Kind of collect as far as these pitch kind of, but within the product there is like degrees like the spice type on here within pitch like that, but it's kind of product as far as saying it may be less than 45 or 43%. Some of the pitches probably maybe even less than 38, 39%. Some of those type of pitches. Not to say as if it wouldn't happen at all, but it's just kind of pitch for us just saying the standard collect and juggle of it within pitch like that. But hit that phrase 10 social. So in terms of the future within these type aspects, it's been actually a decent spell since DaniLeigh put out any products within the pitch. It's kind of the product. It's not to say she's a product of yesteryear, but it's kind of pitch. It's approaching that with some of these pitches. She had like her collective within these fairs. I think she's just mainly become like at least an Instagram type star pitch like that. She has that particular notoriety pitch like that. She's pretty widespread over there with them pitch like that. But also I'd say she might be on OnlyFans. Some of the pitch is kind of collect. A lot of these particular divas have it pretty well made with them pitch like that. So it's the phrase she's probably a multi-millionaire within these aspects as if she doesn't have to do too much these days. Kind of pitch, it's just kind of probably just at her so the pitch, not to actually say that, but it's just the part she's probably right next door on Instagram so the pitch with them probably just hit that phrase for us saying definitely be dope to get some further type music, but hit pitches like that. But it's classic type tape here, so stuff faster than tone. Good nice viciousness. Good nice viciousness easy within aspects like that.